let's head down to the Mission Hockey Broadcast Center for coverage of today's game.
From Southwest Arena in Fargo, North Dakota, Roller Hockey Live is proud to present continuing coverage of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. Our game is a Division I Pool B matchup between the Farmingdale State Rams and the Westchester Rams. Good afternoon, everyone. Delighted to have you along today. I'm Travis Van Ode. Farmingdale State, of course, the defending champs in the National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships, beating Lindenwood last year for their first Division I championship, 5-4. Westchester, the mainstay at Nationals, looking to make some noise this year in Pool B. The starting goalies for Westchester, John Whitman, 15-9 record, 3.33 goals against, an .874 save percentage, and 3 shutouts. Of course, Dustin Muccio Shrimpy for Farmingdale State, 27-1. 1.62 goals against, .903 save percentage, and 6 shutouts. All ECRHA matchup here. To finish off the first games in Pool B, the game just before this one, Bethel beat Grand Valley State 6-1. First possession for Farmingdale State, a stuff try, is covered up by Whitman. So these two teams played twice during the regular season. Farmingdale State won both of them. They played late in the year, February 17th in Old Bethpage, New York. Farmingdale State beat Westchester 10-2 and 11-1, so a one-sided rivalry this year. Just one loss this season for Farmingdale State, 2-1 to Lindenwood in that interregional. PJ DiMartino with the puck. Back-to-back hat tricks in the last 2 national championship games for PJ DiMartino. His brother is now on the team, Joey DiMartino. For Luke Corso, his brother Jake Corso is now on the team as well. So 2 DiMartinos now and 2 Corsos. This Farmingdale State team is arguably more talented than last year's team, which is very scary for the competition. Change for Westchester as creeping in Tyler Kraft. Kraft, the leading scorer in the nation. Of course, formerly of Newman, transferred to Farmingdale State. PJ DiMartino, cross court in the feet of Kraft, swarmed by a couple of Westchester players, but Farmingdale State maintains possession. Out to play at Muccio Shrimpy. Farmingdale State, coached by Jim Tamburino, won the Division II championship in 2015. They beat UMass that year in Independence, Missouri, 10-1. Lost to Newman 2 years ago in Cedar Rapids. And finally got their first Division I championship last year in a very classic Division I championship game in Fort Myers, Florida. Chris Russalello, the veteran, to Luke Corso. Corso as well, formerly of Newman. It's been an interesting kind of shift in power in the NCRHA. It was Newman for a couple of years, getting a couple of Newman players. And now it's Farmingdale State, the gold standard in the NCRHA. It's finally picked up by Derek Hoffman. We'll see if Westchester can mount an attack. Good stick by Luke Corso. Banked up the wing. Settling things down, Mike Sable. Stretches it ahead. Hoffman shoots over top. Deflected as well. Hoffman, the leading scorer for Westchester. He's tied for 6th in the nation in points. Tied for 9th in goals and 5th in assists. Saw Hoffman last year at Nationals. He's a special player. Russalello dishes off. So far, all the possession of Farmingdale State. Luke Corso leaves it for Joey DiMartino. Shot from the outside, off of Whitman. Pinballed around, but picked up by Westchester. Strong back check by Jake Corso. But still with it, Hoffman. And now Farmingdale State takes over possession. 8:50 remaining in the first. Joey DiMartino. DiMartino creates some space, shoots and scores. Joey DiMartino opens the scoring at 8:39. So there's the new Martino. His 20th goal of the season, was a goal-per-game player this year. 19 games, 19 goals. practically, actually more than half of the Division I field are NCRHA clubs. 9 of the 17 hail from that conference. Of course, 2 of them here in Pool B.
Farmingdale goal, scored by number 18, Joey DiMartino. The assist to number 55, Chris Rosalello. Time of the goal.
Rosalello picks up the lone assist on the goal. Rosalello, such a great defensive defenseman for Farmingdale State as P.J. DiMartino shoots, stopped by Whitman. Martino in a battle. It's won by Justin Gianantonio. And Farmingdale State back with the puck. Brian Conklin drops it off. Tim Janke all the way in. Ragged back for DiMartino. DiMartino shoots, fought off by Whitman, out of play. Low zone face-off for Farmingdale State. Such a run for P.J. DiMartino. Won back-to-back championships with Newman. Played for the Knights 2013 through 2016. Went to 3 national championship games, losing the first in Aston to Lindenwood, but they finished off the job in Independence and Cedar Rapids. And the national championship last year with Farmingdale State. So P.J. DiMartino is trying to win 4 national championships in his career before his career comes to an end, and go to 5 national championship games. Unbelievable. P.J. DiMartino shoots over the net. Matt O'Shaughnessy tried to settle, but there to help is Janke. P.J. DiMartino. DiMartino's pass through a couple of Rams. P.J. DiMartino's numbers this year are particularly impressive, at least in terms of national scores, as another shot from DiMartino stopped by Whitman, but still 57 points in 17 games. He just only played those 17 games, so that's why he's not in the top 10 in any of the major 3 offensive categories. That's still very impressive. 57 points in just 17 games. P.J. DiMartino with the puck. DiMartino so strong on his skates. He just shoves down a Westchester player there, and DiMartino's going to head off on the holds. DiMartino does not like the call, but Westchester a chance to tie the game at 6:26. It's pretty much been all Farmingdale. I don't think any official shots on goal for Westchester. They've had maybe 1 or 2 chances. They control the draw, see what they can do on the power play. Sable with the puck. Hoffman, their leading scorer, in the right circle. It's a diamond formation for Westchester. Sable to Hoffman. Sable. Sable's shot along the court blocked, and it's cleared out. Race for the puck. Jake Corso gets there first. Corso drops it. And it's ragged back by Max Halverson. Halverson, a newcomer for Farmingdale State as well. 69 points in 22 games this year. So much firepower for Farmingdale State. Here comes Joey DiMartino. Cuts in front, backhand shot, stopped by Whitman. DiMartino, the goal scorer, almost got a shorty there. Sable back inside the zones. Westchester's set up. 1 minute gone by on the power play. Hoffman in his skates. Hoffman dishes to Nick Foster. His shot blocked. Fed up the wing by Gianantonio. Taken over by Farmingdale State. Halverson shoots over top. Halverson couldn't settle the jumpy puck. Coming up on half a minute remaining in Westchester's power play. Bit of miscommunication there. Heading off was Sable. Luckily recognized it. He shoots then, and it's blocked. Worked up the wing. 2-on-1 for Farmingdale State. Luke Corso denied by Hoffman. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Hoffman just out of the reach of Gianantonio, but tracks down the puck. Down low for Nick Hirsch. PJ DiMartino out of the box. Westchester 0 for 1 on the power play. 4:20 remaining in the opening period. Joey DiMartino, a lone goal scorer. But not much there for Westchester on the power play. Steve Brown with the puck. Brown creeps in, shoots off the crossbar. That fooled Mucho Shrimpy. Luckily for Farmingdale State, hit the crossbar. Russalello into the zone. Stick checked away, but supported by Janke. Janke peels away, has Russalello this way. Elects to keep the puck. Now dishes off. Skated all the way in by Halverson. Once again, full possession for Farmingdale State. Shot fought off by Whitman. That was Conklin with the bid. Russalello. They get Janke down low. Janke gets it back. Janke off of the defender. Then it's shot on by Conklin. Stopped by Whitman. Under 3 remaining in the period. Puck sent to Russalello. Shot stopped by Whitman. No rebounds. Very deep bench as well for Farmingdale State. 11 skaters listed for Farmingdale, and they are all good. Arguably the deepest roster in Division I this year. I'm sure, of course, Lindenwood has something to say about that. Westchester with possession. Sable shovels it around for Brown. Nice pressure, yields a turnover out front. Shot, scores! Well, that was surgical by Farmingdale State, a textbook forecheck. I believe that was O'Shaughnessy that got the goal. 2-0 at 2:35. Farmingdale again with it. Delayed penalty coming to Westchester. There's Tyler Kraft, the leading scorer in the nation. Drops it.
Tyler Kraft. Time of the goal, 9:25. O'Shaughnessy from Kraft.
Kraft forced the turnover on the forecheck. Picks up the assist, and it is O'Shaughnessy's goal. His 27th of the season. A 5-on-4 right now for Farmingdale State. Delayed penalty. They can't bring it back across the red line, remember. O'Shaughnessy's shot stopped by Whitman and touched up. High sticking call at 1:51. Now the penalty is on Foster. Farmingdale State's first power play of the game. Westchester controls the draw, and they send it out. Of course, PJ DiMartino at the point.
Westchester penalty to number 97, Nick Foster.
DiMartino, Kraft, the other pointman. Kraft has the puck. It's inside of the net, but doesn't connect. Kraft settles. DiMartino curls to Kraft. Kraft's shot stopped by Whitman, no rebounds. So it's about a 9-second difference, game clock to penalty clock. 1:23 left in the period, 1:32 to go on the power play. This will carry over if Farmingdale can't score. PJ DiMartino, shoot stop by Whitman. Kraft to DiMartino. Pirouettes. Sent out front by Halverson, but doesn't connect. DiMartino to Kraft. Back to DiMartino. Kraft.
1 minute left in the first period.
Under a minute to go in the period. Kraft, cross court. Shots blocked. But Farmingdale State once again with possession. Kraft. That shot is fought off by Whitman, up and out of play. 46 seconds remaining in the first. What puck movement by Farmingdale State. O'Shaughnessy takes the draw. And he wins it. P.J. DiMartino to Kraft. O'Shaughnessy left side of the net gets the puck. Shot stopped by Whitman. Glove down by O'Shaughnessy. Touched first by Westchester, so play continues. Half a minute to go in the period. Kraft to DiMartino. Side of the net, O'Shaughnessy. And then off the side of the cage by Halverson. Puck picked off by Hirsch. And he can't clear. 12 seconds to go in the period. Kraft fakes the shot. Halverson tried to return it to Kraft. Stolen and cleared out. Pretty much do it for the first period. One more bid by DiMartino, not in time. So all Farmingdale in the first. Joey DiMartino opened the scoring, his 20th of the season from Chris Russalello. And about 6 minutes later at 2:35, Matt O'Shaughnessy scored his 27th of the year from Tyler Kraft, also at even strength. Westchester 0 for 1 on the power play. Farmingdale gets the remainder of their first to begin the second period. We'll step aside here on Roller Hockey Live. It's the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships.
The National Collegiate Roller Hockey Association would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. Mission NLS, built for the next generation. Fargo Moorhead Convention and Visitors Bureau and Fargo Parks District. Fargo, north of Normal. Find out more at fargomoorhead.org. Subway, eat fresh. Nine Dragons, voted best Chinese restaurant in Fargo Moorhead. Fargo Billiards and Gastropub. You've got to see this place. And the CJ Sports Network, the official audio provider of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. This is the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships, presented by Mission Hockey and Bauer Hockey.
Back again at Southwest Arena in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm Travis Vanotti. Start of the second period of this Division I Pool B matchup. Farmingdale State, the end of their first power play, is out of the box Foster. So Farmingdale State now 0 for 1 on the power play. Just 9 seconds of a power play to begin the second period. Joey DiMartino and O'Shaughnessy, the goal scorers. One shot on goal so far for Westchester. Winner of this game ties Bethel for first place in Pool B, as Lindenwood beat up on Newman over on the Bauer rink, 11-0. A shutout for the Lions to begin. It's them and Arizona State, first place in Pool A. Kraft dishes off, much of the same so far as we saw in the first period. All Farmingdale State possession. Kraft walks to the middle, nice toe drag, shoots just wide. Jake Corso banks it to Russalello. Russalello switches spots with Kraft. It's seemingly been Farmingdale State on a power play most of the game, but 4-on-4s. Westchester has touched the puck a few times. Luke Corso, his shot's blocked. Chipped ahead, but Foster couldn't get it past the red line. Farmingdale State just swarming there. Russalello all the way in deep. Now at front, deflected in by Jake Corso. 3-0 at 10:28. So really just the one thing Farmingdale State has not accomplished is scored on the power play. That's Jake Corso's team leading 49th goal of the season. So newcomer Jake Corso tied for 4th in the nation in points, coming in 2nd in goals. Bouncy puck picked up by P.J. DiMartino. DiMartino to Janke. Janke just leaves it in the corner. P.J. DiMartino Shoots, it's blocked. Another bid, glove save Whitman. Russilello and Joey DiMartino pick up the assists, so a multi-point game for Joey DiMartino. 2 assists so far for Russilello. Delayed penalty upcoming to Westchester. It's brought over the stripe. The Rams can't bring it back. 5-on-4 yet again. PJ DiMartino up top gets the puck. DiMartino shoots, blocker save Whitman. Still not possessed by Westchester. DiMartino. Side of the net, Halverson back to DiMartino. Halverson an open look, but couldn't find the handle. This Farmingdale State team is impressive. Just as advertised, the defending champs so far taking it to Westchester's. DiMartino's shot deflects up and out of play. A slashing call at 8:59. Penalties on Gian Antonio. Farmingdale State's second power play, 0 for 1. It's the one thing they haven't done is scored on the power play. They control the draw. PJ DiMartino up top. Kraft. Side of the net, and they score. Textbook passing play there. And Farmingdale State up 4 at 8:50. Oh, it didn't take the Rams long, just 9 seconds into the power play. Once again, Farmingdale with possession. Numbers down low. Pass doesn't connect.
Farmingdale power play goal. Scored by number 68, Max
Well, Halverson gets the goal.
Assisted by number 91, Matthew O'Shaughnessy. And number 16, Tyler Kraft.
O'Shaughnessy and Kraft pick up the assist, so 2 assists for Kraft. That shot's blocked. That's Halverson's 38th goal of the season. He had 3 power play goals coming into nationals. Halverson with the puck. Dishes back. Little fake there by O'Shaughnessy. Deflects off of the defenseman's skate, swallowed up by Whitman. Remember, Farmingdale State swept the season series with Westchester. They played twice on February 17th. Beat Westchester 10-2 and 11-1. Farmingdale State so strong. It's going to be an interesting matchup, Farmingdale State and Bethel, 2 kind of opposite styles clashing there. Janke skates in deep. Pass doesn't connect. Chance for Westchester. Foster drops it for Hoffman. Hoffman then leaves for Sable. When an errant pass comes to Russilello. Really can't make any mistakes against Farmingdale State. Nice move by Russilello. Jake Corso, who has a goal here in the second period. Side of the net. Pass doesn't connect. Foster swarmed and he gives up the puck. Russilello taps back. Drive. Deflects wide of the net off of Luke Corso's stick. Russilello. Janke, give and go play there. Left for Russilello. Russilello shot, scores. Chris Russalello, 5-0 at 6:39. Russalello's 22nd goal of the season. So even a guy like Russalello, who's not really known for putting up points, 55 points during the season in just 28 games. It was 2-0 Farmingdale after the first. The most impressive thing, and this again goes to what we were saying earlier, 5 different goal scorers for Farmingdale. Joey DiMartino, O'Shaughnessy, Jake Corso, Halverson, and Russalello. That's why they are so tough to beat. 2-on-1 for Farmingdale State. Halverson dishes off just out of the reach of Conklin. The Corsos pick up the assists, Jake and Luke. A multi-point game for Jake Corso. Shot off the post. Farmingdale coming close there yet again. PJ DiMartino shoots, stopped by Whitman. 5:46 remaining in the second. Westchester just 1 shot on goal in this game unofficially to this point. Dustin Muccio Shrimpy is just resting on the crossbar right now. Muccio Shrimpy going for his 3rd national championship this year, a D2 championship in 2015 at Independence. And a championship last year. PJ DiMartino's shot blocked. Picked up by Conklin. Conklin again. Halverson takes the skates. Halverson drops for DiMartino. DiMartino to Halverson. Shot wide. Drop. DiMartino uses his speed, fires over top. Look at DiMartino, who was deep in the zone and beat that Westchester skater Foster to the puck in neutral ice, or neutral court, I should say. Such a fun player to watch, PJ DiMartino. He's got the puck. Halverson switches spots. Halverson shot, scores. Wow. Whitman didn't track the puck. Halverson goes top shelf at 4:41. Halverson's 2nd of the period, 39th of the season. So Farmingdale State 1 goal away from having it be run time. Bit of a surprising result in this one. Thought Westchester would put up a little bit more of a fight. My goodness, Farmingdale State just all over Westchester.
Scored by number 68, Max Halverson. Assisted by number 66, PJ DiMartino. Family goal 7.
PJ DiMartino, the lone assist. So took 6 goals for PJ DiMartino to get his first point. Turning on the Jets, Kraft. Kraft all the way in, scores. Coast to coast, 7-0 at 3:54. What a pickup for Farmingdale State. Kraft started the season at Newman, then transferred. Remember, Kraft won 2 national championships with Newman, 2015 and 2016. That's Kraft's 31st goal overall in the season, 16th for Farmingdale State. Kraft, the leading scorer in the nation, 98 points. First in assists as well. I'm actually giving it to Joey DiMartino. Oh, it is run time here late in the second period. So I beg your pardon, that's Joey DiMartino's 2nd of the game, his 21st of the season. And an unassisted goal for Joey DiMartino. But again, that's the thing with Farmingdale. Kraft, 98 points this year. And Kraft only has 2 assists in this one. Farmingdale State wins possession. A power play for Westchester as O'Shaughnessy was called for a penalty. So Westchester's second power play. Slashing call to O'Shaughnessy. We'll see if Westchester can get a goal here. Their second power play. Drive by Foster. It's gloved down by Muccio Shrimpy. Time continues to tick down here on the Mission Rink of Southwest Arena. Stalemate draw eventually comes back to Hoffman. Hoffman dishes off, gets it back. Sent out front, Muccio Shrimpy takes a high stick for a Westchester player, but is able to cover up. That was Foster with the bid. Muccio Shrimpy another save. Westchester wins possession. They get a change right off the draw. Hoffman. Pressured, banks it off with a skate of Joey DiMartino. Joey DiMartino, the first Farmingdale State player with, actually second along with Halverson with 2 goals in this one. Still won by Foster. Easy save for Muccio Shrimpy. 8 seconds remaining on the power play. Puck played back to Hoffman, and that's it. So O'Shaughnessy out of the box. Westchester 0 for 2 on the power play. 1 minute to go in the middle frame.
Last minute of play in the second period.
So Westchester playing for a goal here late in the second. Stretched up the floor. Sable. Sable leaves it for Brown. Brown with 35 seconds to go in the period. Gian Antonio's got to be careful. Good pressure by Luke Corso, but lost his stick. Hoffman drops it. Shot by Sable blocked. Kraft steals, and a 2-on-1. Kraft with Russalello, and it goes in. With just 1 second left in the second, Farmingdale State makes it 8-0. So just 2 goals in the first period. Joey DiMartino and O'Shaughnessy, but in the second, Jake Corso, then Halverson on the power play, Russalello, Halverson again, and Joey DiMartino his second. Not sure if that puck touched Russalello or not. We'll wait for the official word. Well, Farmingdale 1 for 2 on the power play. Westchester 0 for 2. We'll step aside, talk about that last goal when we come back, and get shots on goal for you as well. 8-0 Farmingdale here in Fargo.
The National Collegiate Roller Hockey Association would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. Mission NLS, built for the next generation. Fargo Moorhead Convention and Visitors Bureau and Fargo Parks District. Fargo, north of Normal. Find out more at fargomoorhead.org. Subway, eat fresh. 9 Dragons, voted best Chinese restaurant in Fargo Moorhead. Fargo Billiards and Gastropub. You've got to see this place. And the CJ Sports Network, the official audio provider of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships. This is the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships, presented by Mission Hockey and Bauer Hockey.
Welcome back to Southwest Arena in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm Travis Van Note. Start of the third period of this Division I Pool B matchup. Farmingdale State 8, Westchester nothing. The goal is credited to Rusalello with 1 second left. His second of the game, 23rd of the year, assisted by Joey DiMartino. Shots on goal, 25-5 in favor of Farmingdale. They had 14 in the first, 11 in the second. Westchester, again, just 1 in the first, 4 in the second. Third period begins 4-on-4. Runtime, of course, with the 8-goal differential. So, Joey DiMartino, Halverson, and Rusalello, 2 goals each for Farmingdale State. Could have been a boarding or roughing call there on Westchester, but play continues. And you just hope that things stay calm the rest of the way. These two teams are ECRHA rivals, but game at hand at this point. Rusalello looking for the hat trick. Pirouettes to Joey DiMartino. Rusalello. Luke Corso is in front. Jake Corso also out. Joey DiMartino to Jake Corso. Back to DiMartino when he gets the glass. Settled by Gian Antonio. Pressured by Luke Corso and gives up the puck. John Whitman has been absolutely under siege. Real good goalie, 3.33 goals against, but he's given up a ton of goals to Farmingdale State this year. Rusalello drops it out of the reach of Luke Corso, but no pressure by Westchester. They're tired. They need a change. They get 3 fresh bodies out there, but they need some possession. Rusalello to Luke Corso. His shot stopped by Whitman. Loose puck picked up by Hoffman. Hoffman reverses, comes in front. Luckily, no Farmingdale player was there. Puck turned over to Jake Corso. Luke tried to get it back to Jake. Doesn't work out. Then a backhand bid by Luke, stopped by Whitman. Farmingdale just pouring it on. Jake Corso, what an effort. Gets it to Luke. His shot stopped by Whitman. Jake back up top. Shot by Joey DiMartino, blocked. Nice job by Jackson File to get in the lane there. Get to call his name. 9:15 to go in the third. Creeping in Josh Wedger. Haven't seen too much of Wedger this year so far at Nationals, but he's got the puck. PJ DiMartino. Pass out of the reach of Conklin. 50-50 puck taken by Westchester. 2-on-2 for Westchester. What a good stick by PJ DiMartino. 2-on-2 now for Farmingdale. Wedger drops it for Conklin. Conklin behind the back pass right to Hoffman. Things opening up. 3-on-2 for Westchester. File behind the back pass right to PJ DiMartino. So both teams being a little cute here in the third, just leading to turnovers. Wedger kept out by Whitman, and he keeps the puck held. 8:20 remaining in the third as time continues to tick down. 2 goals in the first for Farmingdale, 6 in the second for this 8-0 cushion. Remember Lindenwood, 11-0 over Newman. So last year's finalists, Farmingdale State and Lindenwood, looking right now like the class of Division I once again. But there's other teams there as well. Arizona State, solid showing against Michigan State, winning 5-4. Don't count out Michigan State as well. So far, a good showing from last year's finalists. Combined 19-0. Lindenwood and Farmingdale State against Newman and Westchester. Sent out front off of Muccio Shrimpy. Settled by Conklin. Conklin drops it for PJ DiMartino. DiMartino doesn't like the looks of it. Now Wedger. Wedger cuts in front, backhand bid off the side of the net. Wedger first on it, drops it for PJ DiMartino. Wedger. Wedger shot glove save. Whitman couldn't hang on. Conklin in front. To Janke, heals his shot. Overskated by Sable. Wedger drops for Janke. To PJ DiMartino. DiMartino. Again, very patient with the puck. Shoots wide. 6.5 to go in the game. Just one thing in doubt right now for Farmingdale. Sable calms things down. Plays it to Brown. Back to Sable. Sable's pass. Works out to File. 2-on-2 down low. That Westchester player taken out by PJ DiMartino. Gives him a shove as well. They chirp as both players head up court. And meanwhile, Farmingdale State scores yet again. So 9-0 at about 5:58. As that was O'Shaughnessy getting the goal, his second of the game.
Farmingdale goal, scored by number 91.
O'Shaughnessy's 28th of the season.
Assisted by number 66, PJ DiMartino. Time of the goal.
PJ DiMartino, the lone assist. So PJ, a couple of assists in this one. Still Farmingdale State with possession. Shots by Joey DiMartino, fought off by Whitman. O'Shaughnessy now looking for the hat trick as well. Joey DiMartino out front. Kept out by Whitman. So both Joey DiMartino and O'Shaughnessy on this shift are looking for hat tricks. Here's Kraft with the puck. Kraft off of Whitman. Countering Westchester. Sable runs into Kraft and he gives up the puck. O'Shaughnessy back to Kraft but couldn't fire. On his backhand plus defended pretty well by Sable. O'Shaughnessy again to Kraft. Kraft back up top. O'Shaughnessy, nice toe drag. Tries to dish it off for Joey DiMartino, blocked. Gianantonio gains body position. Gianantonio's pass behind his intended target. So really every time Westchester has gotten things going. Farmingdale State strong defensively. 3:48 all that's left. Halverson curls away from the pressure. Halverson as well looking for a hat trick. Halverson to Kraft. His shot blocked. Halverson. Able to get away from Gianantonio. Single player change for Farmingdale. Halverson, sharp angle bid, fought off by Whitman. Puck goes out of play. Low zone face-off for Farmingdale State. Three minutes time of puck drop. Halverson to Joey DiMartino. Halverson. It is looked like a power play practically for Farmingdale State this entire game. Joey DiMartino's shot out of play off of Whitman's stick. Again, a low zone face-off. Just an uncanny ability for Farmingdale State to possess the puck, even while 4-on-4. 2:28 to go. Once again, Farmingdale State a face-off win. Russalello with the puck. He's looking for a hat trick. We'll see if any of these number of Farmingdale players can get a hat trick here. Luke Corso sends him on the net for Russalello. The Corso's out on this shift. Jake gets the puck to Luke. Luke cross court. Shot blocked by Sable. That was Russalello with the opportunity. Shot by Janke to steal back. Russalello between the legs move. Whitman down and out, but no shots. Russalello one hands. Deflects off of Jake Corso back to Russalello. Taken over by Sable. Stolen again by Luke Corso. Jake, side of the net, deflected home by Russalello. So there's the hat trick for Russalello. Hay is cheaper. Grass is free. Marry a farmer, and you'll get all three at about 1:33. It's now 10-0 Farmingdale. So this is the third time this season in as many games Farmingdale has scored double digits on Westchester. 10 in the first game, 11 in the second game, both on February 17th, and now 10-0 here. Open look for Janke, but healed his shot 1 minute to go.
Farmingdale goal, scored by number 66, P.J. DiMartino. Assisted by number 3, Jake Corso. And by number 11, Luke Corso.
So Jake and Luke Corso get the assist. They're saying that was P.J. DiMartino's goal, but he was not out on the floor. It's Russalello's goal. At any rate, really doesn't matter for Farmingdale. Just pads the stats there of P.J. DiMartino. Is a shot by Janke is held by Whitman. 20 seconds all that's left. A surgical victory here for Farmingdale. We'll see how many shots on goal Westchester had in this one. And they're not going to drop the puck. So 5 seconds left. Farmingdale State moves to 1-0. Good start to their title defense, beating Westchester 10-0. And Russalello with an unofficial hat trick. Joey DiMartino, Max Halverson, and O'Shaughnessy, 2 goals apiece. A shutout for Farmingdale State. For Muccio Shrimpy, his 7th of the season.
Shots on goal in the third period. Farmingdale with 15, Westchester with 1.
So Westchester just 1 shot in the third period for 6 in the game. For Farmingdale State, they had 40 shots. Westchester 0 for 2 on the power play. No penalties in that third period. Farmingdale State 1 for 2. Thanks so much for tuning in. This battle of ECRHA rivals goes to Farmingdale State, the defending champs, 10-0, as they now tie Bethel for first place in Pool B, 1-0. Stay tuned. More action coming up next year on the Mission Rink. It's the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships on Roller Hockey Live.
This broadcast of the 2018 National Collegiate Roller Hockey Championships has been brought to you by Mission NLS, built for the next generation. Bauer Hockey, the